this video, we're going to look at how to find slope from a table. This is a very, very easy process. All we're going to be doing is utilizing a formula and just using it to find our x and y values to plug into our formula. And then we're just going to simplify and we're going to find our slope. Just remember that slope, that's our rate of change. It means the same thing. If I'm looking at a graph, it's my rise over run. But our slope comes with a linear equation. And that linear equation, it represents the m value. So we're going to be finding the m value today. And you can check out another video that actually shows how to find the full equation from a table. But in this video, we're just going to simply focus on slope. The thing I want you guys to remember is that slope comes from two specific ordered pair points. And so I have an ordered pair just simply represents an x and a y value. So on this table, everywhere that there's an x and a y, that represents an ordered pair. Those are points on our graph once we plot them. But when we choose from the table, we can pick any 2 points that we want. It doesn't matter the order. It doesn't matter how far apart or how close together they are. Once I plug those two ordered pairs into my slope formula, we're going to be able to find our slope very easily. So let's check it out. This first example, again, what I'm doing is I'm trying to find the slope. I'm trying to find how does my y value change as my x value changes. Is my slope going up or is it going down? Well, my slope formula can tell me that the moment that I plug in my 2 points. So, easily enough, pick any 2 points on the table. I'll pick this one, and I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to say that this is y2. This will be my y1. This will be my x2. And this is the most important part. Since I picked this as my y2, that corresponding x value here must be x2, which means that this has to be x1 since it's corresponding with y1. Once you have those points, go ahead and plug them into your formula. y2, we said, was 36, minus y1 is 15, over x2 is 1, minus, and x1 was -2. So now we can go ahead and we can simplify. 36 minus 15 gives me 21. 1 minus -2. Well, when I see two negatives together like that, we can change them to both be positives, and that gives me 3. Simplify that, and I get 21 over 3 equals 7. Now, a couple of ways to just make sure that I'm correct here. Notice that my points go from 8 to 15. That's an increase of 7. 15 to 22, that's an increase of 7. That's finding my slope. That's the easy shortcut way. This is the mathematical way. Either way works, but you're not always going to be given a table that goes that is increasing by 1 in your x values. I recommend always using this because this will never fail, and it doesn't matter what kind of table you're given. When you're given a linear equation, this will always work to find your slope. I recommend that above any other method. But since another just easy quick check, since my y values are increasing to be positive, I know that my slope should be positive. So my slope of this formula, my slope of this table is 7. I hope that was pretty simple. We're going to try another one here. Look at this problem. So this value, look at my x values. They're not increasing by 1 every time. So I can't just look at this and assume that my slope is 10. Even though it looks like my y's are changing by 10 every time, my x values are not going up by -3 to -2 to -1. So that little trick that I just showed you, that doesn't work here. This is why I have to use y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, this will always work. So pick any 2 points. I'm just going to pick the 2 right here. This will be my y2. That will be my y1. So since this is my y2, this point must be my x2. This point must be my x1. And I can just plug those straight into my equation. So y2 is 40 minus my y1 is 30 over my x2 is 3 minus my x1 is 1. And now we can simplify. 40 minus 30 gives me 10. 3 minus 1 gives me 2. 10 divided by 2 gives me 5. Therefore, the slope of this table is 5. Let's check out another one. Here's some decimals. Oftentimes, we don't really care. We don't like working with decimals, but they're no different. I'm going to pick any 2 points. So I'm going to pick these 2 again. This one we could use our trick on, but maybe your teacher or maybe your assignment says, show your work mathematically. So if it asks me to show my work mathematically, I'm going to use my slope formula. So I'm going to take my y2, call this my y1. Here I have my x2, because again, x2 and y2 must be together. This will be my x1, because y1 and x1 must be together. And we're going to plug that into our slope formula. y2 is 5.5 minus my y1 is 5. My x2 is negative 8. My x1 is negative 9. And so now we're going to simplify. 5.5 minus 5 gives me 0.5. Negative 8 minus negative 9. Well, when I have 2 negatives together, again, we can say change, and that gives me positive. So negative 8 plus 9 gives me a positive 1. So 0.5 divided by 1 gives me 0.5. Or, if we wanted it as a fraction, 1/2. And that is my slope for this table. Now, it is very possible that sometimes we'll get decimals and or fractions, and that's okay. I don't want you to be afraid of fractions or decimals. They have gotten a negative connotation within mathematics, and it's okay to get decimals and fractions from time to time. Okay. I hope this video helped. Again, just looking at a table, if you're trying to find slope, you're going to use your slope formula. It's easy. It's the mathematical way of finding slope from a table. So I hope this video helped. Thanks for checking it out. Again, I'll see you guys next time.